Archangel Michael says, the shadows have already moved, and time is no longer on your side. Someone close to you is standing at the edge of a moment that could destroy everything they've built. The air is thick with whispers of papers signed, names written, and false charges prepared against them. Each step they take is being watched. Each call monitored. Each glance at their own reflection heavy with fear they cannot speak out loud. You may not see it, but the silent chain is being wrapped around them one link at a time. A week from now, that chain will tighten and they will be dragged away into a darkness that was never meant for them. The world believes the story already written about them, but you have been chosen to see beyond it. You have been called to be the hand that stops the false gavel from striking down. The truth lies in fragments scattered across secret rooms, hidden meetings, and whispered conversations. Their enemies are not strangers, but those pretending to be allies. They smile in front, yet behind the curtain they sign the betrayal that could shatter a destiny. This is why you must act, because the clock is not waiting and silence will turn into punishment. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You were placed near this person for a divine reason, not by accident. The path you share with them is sacred, and what unfolds in their life will ripple through your own. Their downfall would not only break them, but it would also leave you carrying the scars of what you didn't stop. Listen closely, because the truth has already touched your ears in fragments. That uneasy feeling you had last night, that strange silence in their voice was not ordinary. It was their spirit trembling at the unseen storm heading their way. If you look back, you will remember the signs that heaven already placed around you. A message in your dream, a face in the crowd staring too long, an unexpected delay that saved you from walking into their secret meeting. These were not random. They were divine warnings urging you to pay attention. This is not the time for hesitation. Their fate is not sealed yet. But if you turn away, you will regret the silence for a lifetime. You must stand as the shield, because they cannot fight this alone. Type Amen to get blessing. For 44, behind the walls of authority, the documents are already being prepared. The stamp of injustice waits for the right moment to fall. Their name has been written on papers that do not speak the truth but carry the weight of lies. Someone close, perhaps even sitting across from them, holds the key to this trap. The betrayal is personal, and that is why it cuts so deep. They never imagined the one they trusted could place them in the fire. But Archangel Michael says, heaven does not allow darkness to win when truth is ready to rise. That is why you are being awakened, because your awareness is the sword that can slice through deception. This person's freedom is tied to your courage in this very moment. The enemy believes no one will notice until it's too late. They believe their plan is flawless, sealed with signatures and backed by false witnesses. But they did not calculate your role, the unseen force that will expose the lies. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Already the storm is gathering. You can sense it in the unease that fills the room when their name is mentioned. People exchange glances, whisper, and then turn their faces away, pretending innocence. The closer the day of their arrest approaches, the louder the silence becomes. You may notice them withdrawing, speaking less, as though they already feel the shadow's hand on their shoulder. Their heart knows something is wrong, but they cannot name it aloud. Every second the countdown ticks. If nothing changes, next week their life will be rewritten in chains. Their name will be dragged through mud and their spirit will cry out for someone to step in. This is why the message reached you before the moment arrives. You have been warned not to live in fear but to take action with strength. You are the bridge between what is and what should never be. Type Amen to get blessing. 666. The betrayal runs deeper than anyone knows. A person close to them, smiling and laughing in their presence, is the very one writing the script of their downfall. That hidden hand signs documents at night, sealing their destiny while pretending loyalty by day. You cannot mistake this truth. Look into their circle and you will see who avoids their eyes when truth is spoken. That avoidance is not guilt of a small secret. It is the fear of being exposed before the trap is complete. Your presence in their life is the intervention heaven chose. Without you, they will fall into the cage built for them. With you, the chains will snap before they can lock shut. The world may not know the truth, but heaven has already seen it. That is why this message arrives at your feet, heavy with urgency. You are not reading by accident. You are reading because destiny insists on it. Type Amen to get blessing. 777. The truth has already started leaking like water through cracks, but no one is paying attention. Behind closed doors, deals are being made, false witnesses are being trained, and signatures are being collected. The silence of these rooms holds the weight of destruction, waiting for the moment to crash upon your loved one. You must realize this plan did not begin yesterday. It has been forming for months, carefully woven by hands that carry jealousy and greed. The plot is built on manipulation, designed to look like justice, but in reality it is poison masked as law. Archangel Michael says, "You are the chosen hand to break the seal of lies." The enemy believes they have calculated every move, but they have not seen the divine intervention hidden inside of you. The fire of truth is waiting to be ignited, and it can burn down every false charge before it even reaches the courtroom. Do not let fear blind you. Heaven is not warning you so you can tremble. Heaven is warning you so you can rise. The person close to you needs your courage now more than ever because the world is sharpening its blade against them. Type Amen to get blessing. 888. Look at how they've been behaving lately. Notice the heaviness in their voice. The way their eyes avoid contact. The sleepless nights that leave them restless. These are the scars of a soul that senses the trap tightening. The week ahead holds more weight than any week in their life. In just a matter of days, the accusations will come like arrows flying from every direction. Lies will be painted as truth and their name will be dragged into shadows they never deserved. But remember, heaven always sends the warning before the storm. That is why you are seeing this message now. You are being prepared not to witness, but to protect, not to cry later, but to fight now. You will stand between them and the false punishment. You will hold the line when others turn away. You will expose what others fear to speak because heaven's fire will be in your voice. Type Amen to get blessing. 999. The betrayal comes from someone who has eaten at the same table, walked the same road, and smiled in the same room. That closeness makes the wound deeper because trust was used as the weapon. Imagine the weight of discovering that the very hand they once held is the one pressing chains on their wrists. Yet even betrayal cannot outrun destiny when heaven intervenes. The plot has been written, but the ink is still wet, and you hold the power to smear it before it dries. The enemy does not know that heaven has already whispered the truth into your ears. Do not delay. Delay is the rope that could tie them forever. Immediate action is the shield that will guard them from the collapse already prepared. The path you take now will decide whether their tomorrow is filled with freedom or filled with bars. That decision rests in your courage to believe this warning is not just words but life itself. Type Amen to get blessing 111. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $20. The countdown is not far away. It is already here. In 7 days, the stage will be set, the doors closed, and the voices raised against them. But if you move now, the play will never begin, and the actors will be exposed before they can perform. There is someone gathering evidence against them, but that evidence is forged. Lies wrapped in documents, words twisted, and truth buried under false testimonies. If you do not act, these lies will become their chains. But you, chosen one, are the disruption they never expected. Your awareness is the earthquake that can shake their foundation apart. Your courage is the light that can blind their shadows. Already, heaven has marked you as their protector. Already, Archangel Michael has placed his hand on your shoulder, giving you strength to act with boldness. The time is now, not tomorrow, not later, now. Type Amen to get blessing 222. This person is not just anyone. They are tied to your destiny. If they fall, a part of you falls with them. Their suffering would echo in your own life, pulling you into storms that were never meant for you. You cannot turn away. Every moment you spend ignoring this message is a moment the enemy gains ground. But every moment you spend acting is a moment heaven stands behind you with its full force. You may not know exactly how to step forward, but the path will reveal itself as you move. The key is not hesitation. The key is obedience to the call that has been placed in your spirit. This message has found you because heaven trusts you. You were not chosen randomly. You were chosen because you carry the strength to shield and the fire to fight. Type Amen to get blessing. 333. The closer the days draw, the more the tension coils like a serpent in the air. Their enemies are preparing their moment of triumph, not knowing that heaven has already lit a fire in your path. The world may see them as guilty, but heaven has written innocence across their spirit. Every hour that passes now carries the weight of destiny. What you choose to do will decide whether chains or freedom greet them next week. Their eyes may not show it, but their soul is already crying out for help. The silence of their heart is deafening, filled with fears they cannot put into words. They sense the shadow looming but cannot stop it alone. You must rise as the shield that heaven has planted in their life. This is no coincidence. You have been prepared for this moment all along. The time you thought was waiting has now arrived. And your courage is the key that will unlock their deliverance. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Look at how the pieces connect. That strange phone call they received and quickly ended the unusual meetings they never explained. The nervous way they avoided certain subjects. All of these were signs that danger was closing in. Someone in their circle has been feeding lies to authorities, twisting truth into poison. They believe they can bury this person's light under false accusations. But what they didn't see is that you were chosen as the protector who would notice the signs. Do not underestimate the role you play. This is not about chance. It is about divine alignment. Heaven knew the storm would come and heaven placed you near them to stand strong when the storm arrived. Archangel Michael says, "You are not alone in this." His wings cover you and his sword of truth slices through every deception. As you step forward, you will feel the presence of protection guiding your every move. Type Amen to get blessing 555. In secret, the enemy celebrates, thinking the trap is already closed. They laugh in private, whisper in dark rooms, and boast about a victory they have not yet won. But their pride will be shattered when their lies fall apart. The documents they hold are fragile. The witnesses they have prepared are trembling in fear of being exposed. Their plan looks powerful, but it is nothing compared to the truth heaven has armed you with. This person's destiny is too great to be crushed by falsehood. They carry a purpose bigger than the chains waiting for them. And that purpose cannot be destroyed because heaven is already fighting through you. You must walk into this week knowing that you carry authority. Every action you take, every truth you reveal, every word you speak, it all pushes back the darkness that thought it had already won. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Do not think you are weak in this battle. You were chosen precisely because of your strength. Even when you doubted yourself, heaven saw the courage inside you waiting to rise. The person close to you may not even realize how much power you hold for their freedom. To them, you may seem ordinary, but in reality, you are the warrior sent to stand by their side. That is why the enemy did not count you in their plan. The week ahead is not just about them. It is about you proving that light cannot be silenced. This trial is not just for them to endure, but for you to conquer with them. Their freedom is your testimony, and your courage is their deliverance. The chains may look strong, but they will break the moment you step into your role. Do not allow hesitation to give strength to the lies. Instead, let your action be the thunder that shakes the ground beneath deception. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The hidden betrayer is closer than anyone suspects. They have smiled, laughed, and pretended loyalty. Yet, they are the architect of this entire downfall. Their mask is flawless, but heaven is tearing it away. Even now, if you look carefully, you will notice how their actions never fully align with their words. They are quick to disappear when truth is spoken, and their silence always comes at the wrong moment. That silence is not innocence. It is guilt hidden behind shadows. Your presence will expose them. Your awareness will strip them of the disguise they wear so well. And when they are revealed, the false charges will collapse under their own weight. Do not fear the backlash. The betrayer may try to fight harder when exposed, but heaven has already declared they will not win. You are the weapon they never expected, and your strike will be final. Type Amen to get blessing. 888. The storm is reaching its peak, and you can almost feel the heaviness in the air pressing against your chest. Time is no longer a distant warning. It is right in front of you, ticking louder with every heartbeat. 7 days will pass quickly. And when they do, the world will try to chain an innocent soul. Their enemies have carefully arranged the stage. They believe everything is hidden, every paper signed, every voice rehearsed. But what they fail to see is that heaven has already written a counter-script in your hands. Your role is not small. It is vital. Without your courage, the lies will bloom unchecked. With your action, however, the false roots will be pulled out before they can grow. Heaven is urging you not to wait for the last moment. The last moment will be too late. You must rise now, because every second counts in this battle for their future. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Think about how close this person is to you. Their laughter has been part of your days. Their voice has carried you through storms, and their presence has been a pillar in moments you didn't even realize. Losing them to chains would not just be their downfall. It would carve a wound into your own soul. This is why the message is so urgent. Their destiny is tied to yours. And if darkness claims them, it will ripple into your own life. The enemy wants both of you to suffer. And that is why heaven placed this truth before you. Notice the weight in their steps lately. The silence behind their eyes, the way their smile feels forced. These are not coincidences. They are warnings. They know something is wrong even if they cannot name it. The spirit inside of them is crying, and heaven has chosen you to be the one who answers. If you ignore the cry, both of you will carry regret. If you act, both of you will carry freedom. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The betrayer has almost finished their plan. They believe next week will be their victory. The day they finally silence your loved one, but their arrogance blinds them to what is about to unfold. Your awareness is the crack in their flawless scheme. It is the single detail they did not expect. The divine interruption they cannot stop. Even now their hands tremble when your name is mentioned. They fear exposure. They fear the light you carry. That fear will grow stronger as you step closer, because heaven has already stripped them of power. They thought the law was on their side. But the truth is greater than any law forged in lies. The divine justice will not allow them to win if you stand boldly. Type Amen to get blessing 222. You may feel the weight pressing against you as if the world is on your shoulders. That is because this battle is not small. It is spiritual, emotional, and divine. You were chosen because only you could carry this. Even when you feel unprepared, know that heaven is arming you in silence. Strength is rising in you even as you read these words. Courage is filling you because it must be you who stands when others run away. The person close to you cannot speak for themselves right now. Fear has tied their tongue and sorrow has chained their hope. But you are their voice, their shield, their defender. Your presence will decide what story is written in the days to come. If you rise, it will be a story of freedom. If you fall back, it will be a story of tragedy. Type Amen to get blessing. 333. The betrayer's mask will not last much longer. Already cracks are forming. Their false kindness is slipping. Their nervousness is showing. And heaven is peeling back their disguise. When the truth emerges, it will be shocking. People will not believe that someone so close, so trusted could carry such venom. But you will not be surprised. You already knew. That is why this warning matters so much. Without you, their exposure may come too late. With you, their exposure comes right on time, breaking the trap before it closes. Do not hold back. The light in you is stronger than every shadow around them. You must let it shine for both of your sakes. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The final days are approaching and the pressure is heavier than ever. Their enemies have already rehearsed the scene, prepared the words, and sharpened the accusations. But what they do not realize is that heaven has already broken their script before it can be performed. The person close to you may not show it, but they feel the invisible rope tightening around them. Every glance over their shoulder, every restless night, every silence in their speech is proof that they know something is wrong. The fear inside them is real. But heaven's plan through you is greater. Do not mistake this warning for mere words. This is a call to act, a call to shield, a call to break the chains before they even lock shut. You were not chosen by accident. You were positioned as their protection long before this storm began. The next week will test everything. Lies will rise like waves and truth will feel drowned beneath them. But if you remain strong, those lies will shatter like glass, unable to hold their weight. Type Amen to get blessing. 555. You must remember the closeness you share with this person. Every memory, every conversation, every bond was never ordinary. It was part of a larger purpose that ties your lives together. A purpose that now demands you to protect them. Heaven does not send messages without reason. If you are reading this, it is because you are the one who can intervene. Their freedom has been placed into your hands and your courage will be the key that unlocks it. The betrayer believes they are clever, but their pride will destroy them. When the truth surfaces, their face will be revealed and the shock will ripple through everyone around them. What they built and lies will collapse in shame. Stand steady when that moment comes. Do not let fear silence you. Speak the truth boldly because heaven will cover you as you do. Type Amen to get blessing. 666. The person close to you is not destined for chains. Their path was written in light, not in darkness. The enemy has tried to twist that path, but heaven's justice will set it straight again. Already, signs are showing that the betrayer's plan is cracking. They cannot hold their mask forever. A slip of the tongue, a trembling of the hand, an unexplained absence. These are the cracks you will notice, the cracks that prove their guilt. You must be watchful in the coming days. Pay attention to the smallest details because those details will lead you to the truth. Heaven is guiding your eyes, sharpening your spirit, and strengthening your resolve. The moment you step forward, everything will begin to shift. Chains will weaken, lies will unravel, and freedom will rise. Your action will be the turning point. Type Amen to get blessing. 777. Do not allow hesitation to steal this victory. Every delay strengthens the enemy. Every action you take strengthens heaven's plan. The difference between tragedy and triumph lies in what you choose to do now. The person close to you may never know the weight you carried for them. They may never fully realize how close they came to destruction, but heaven will know and your soul will know that you were the one who stood when it mattered most. This warning is not meant to burden you. It is meant to empower you. The storm is real, but so is your strength. The trap is real, but so is your authority to break it. When the day arrives, the world will expect their arrest. But instead, heaven will reveal the betrayer and freedom will rise where chains were expected. That is the miracle waiting to unfold. Type Amen to get blessing. 888. Now the message is complete. The storm has been described, the betrayer exposed, the warning given, and the path placed before you. All that remains is for you to step into it. The countdown is real. The urgency cannot be ignored. But the victory is certain if you act with courage and faith. Stand tall, chosen one. Protect the person heaven placed near you. Let your courage be their freedom and let their freedom be your testimony. The time is now. Step forward and let heaven's justice move through you. Type Amen to get blessing 999.